Hi, everyone, and welcome to STEP. My name's Jordan, and today I'll be guiding you through a yoga practice for runners. This sequence is great for anyone looking for a great lower body, hips, and legs centered stretching routine. It's a great addition after you've come back from a run or maybe on a recovery day when you're looking for a little bit of movement. So we'll get started. I'm going to have you start in a seated position, just a comfortable cross leg here. We're going to really ground ourselves into the mat and get comfortable. We'll start by taking a couple of deep breaths together, in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. In through the nose and out through your nose or mouth again. And one more. And back out. All right, we'll start with some gentle mobilization here for the upper body before we get into our lower body stretches. So let's start with the neck. Just gently nod up and down through your range of motion. And we'll take one ear to the same shoulder, a gentle stretch in the opposite side of the neck, and bring it to the other side. Repeat that a couple of times here. And then we'll look over one shoulder, and then slowly bring it to look over the other shoulder. We'll move through this motion 2 more times. Now we'll do a couple of gentle neck rolls. So draw a circle with your nose in one direction. And then we'll switch it up, go the other direction. Great. We'll do some gentle shoulder rolls forward. Make sure you take your time with this. Move slowly. Then we'll change directions. Roll back. Really feel your shoulder blades snuggle together and come down as you move through this range of motion. All right, great. Next, bring your hands up, and we're going to just gently twist to the right here. Don't push or crank. We're early in our practice. Deep breath in lets you sit up a little bit taller, and a breath out to come a little bit deeper into your twist. On your next inhale, come back to center, and your next exhale, twist to the other side. Again, on your inhale, try to sit up a little bit straighter, and on your next exhale, see if you can move a little further in your twist. And on your next inhale, come back to center. Here we're going to come onto all fours. So move into the center of your mat. You want to plant your hands about shoulder width apart, right under your shoulders, and make sure that your knees are about hip width apart underneath your hips. Once you've got your stable base here in your table position, we'll move into some cat-cows. So for cat, inhale, drop the belly, look up a little bit, expand through the chest, and exhale into cat pose. Really let your head relax here and tuck your tail. Inhale, back to our cow pose. And now moving with your breath, we're just going to go through a few sequences of this. Try to move slowly and really synchronize with your breath in these postures. Next time you move through center, come back to your flat tabletop position. You're going to step your hands one handprint forward. Make sure that your hands are wide and ready to move into downward dog. Then I'll have you tuck your toes underneath and slowly peel your hips up into your first downward dog of the class. Here, feel free to pedal your feet out. Move your hips a little bit. Get any movement you feel comfortable or necessary here. You should be feeling a stretch in your calves, and your hamstrings. And you want to make sure that your shoulders are relaxed. So you don't want your shoulders up here near your ear. You want them relaxing down a bit. All right, beautiful. Once you've gotten a little bit of those wiggles out, we'll come into our stationary downward dog. In this position, you want your knees to be as bent as they need to be, but as straight as you can get them, essentially. And your heels should be moving towards the ground. They do not need to touch the mat. Next, on your next inhale, lift your right leg up high into a three-legged dog. And exhale, bring it forward into a low lunge. Look forward. Try to shine through your chest, bring your shoulders back, and really feel that stretch through the hip flexor of your left leg. Next, we're going to be bringing our knee down. If you feel like you need to pad that knee, you can use a towel, a blanket, an actual little foam pad, but whatever you need to make that knee comfortable. Next, shift back into what we call a runner's lunge. You'll feel this in your right hamstring. This is also a great opportunity to use blocks if that hamstring's a little bit tight for you. That'll let you be up a little bit taller to get that stretch. Take a couple breaths here. Make sure you're breathing into that hamstring. And from here, we'll flow back and forth from that low lunge on an inhale, and then exhale into that runner stretch. So start to move with your breath. Really synchronize your breath to the movements here. And the next time you move forward, bring your hands down to the mat. Curl your back toes under and bring yourself back up into that high lunge. Just take a breath here in your high lunge again, really feeling that stretch in the left hip flexor. Then we're going to bend that back knee, load a little bit of strength into it, and step forward into a forward fold. So you want your feet about to be about hip widths apart. You can grab opposite elbows if you like, and just relax here in this forward fold. Again, feeling that stretch in your hamstrings. Feel a nice stretch across your back as you let your upper body relax down. And again, keep focused on your breath here. All right, hands are going to come back to the mat. And we're going to gently step back into our downward dog. Just like before, pedal it out. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs. And make sure your shoulders aren't creeping up to your ears here. This time we're going to bring that left foot up on your next inhale. And exhale, bring it forward into our low lunge on the other side. Again, I'm going to look forward here. I'm going to keep our chest open as we feel that stretch in the right hip flexor. Next, we'll bring that right knee down. Again, patting that if you need to at all. And switching back into our runner's lunge for a couple of breaths here. Again, you can use your blocks on any setting to get you enough space to comfortably move into this stretch. We'll shift forward and inhale, open the chest a bit back into our low lunge, and exhale to our runner stretch. We'll move through this a few times together, making sure that you're moving with your breath. All right. Next time you come forward, we'll move back into our high lunge. Bring your knee up. And again, get a little energy in that back leg and step forward into our forward fold. Same thing on this side. You can just relax your upper body towards the ground and grab opposite elbows if that's comfortable for you. And really just relax into the posture. And sway a little bit side to side. You'll feel a little more stretch in one side each time. And then from here, let your hands down, and we're going to slowly roll it up to standing. Let your head be the last thing that comes up. Roll your shoulders back and stand in a strong mountain pose. And just let yourself feel what it's like to have gone through that sequence. See if anything feels different in your body. Take a couple of deep breaths. Next thing, we're going to widen the feet a little bit. Let your toes spill off the mat like they're pointing outward a bit. And then bring your hands to your chest. And to the best of your ability, you're going to slowly lower yourself down into malasana or yogi squat. This is going to look a little bit different for everyone. So if you need to have your heels lifted, they don't come all the way to the ground, that's great. Keep them lifted. If you need to bring your feet in or out a little bit, all is well. But something that can be helpful in any of these positions is to have your elbows pressing against your knees and your knees pressing in against your elbows. And try to keep your chest open, your heart open, so that you're not collapsing into the pose. Just take a moment here, and then we're going to move our hands behind us and lower to a seat. So from here, we're going to come into a cobbler's pose. You'll bring the soles of your feet together. They can be any distance in front of you. You may feel like you need a little bit more space to sit comfortably. You may be able to bring them in really close. Your knees may be up high or low. And if you're really tight in the hips, you may benefit from sitting on top of a block to give yourself a little bit more space in the hips. So wherever you're at, come into your cobbler's pose. Do your best to sit up straight in this posture. So don't sacrifice your spine being straight to get a little bit more stretch in the legs. Really sit up and just let your legs do what they need to do. Take a couple deep breaths here. You'll feel the stretch in the inner thighs, in the hips. If you want to give your feet a little massage, if you've just been for a long run, you can go ahead and do that. Use your thumbs to massage your arches. That can feel really good on some tired feet. And if not, just hang on to your ankles here. And then we'll shift forward a little bit, trying to keep yourself straight and upright. Maybe like you're looking into a reflecting pond. You should feel like the stretch is a little bit more intense here. Don't push yourself farther forward than is comfortable. We'll sit back up and move into a pose called half lord of the fishes, or essentially a seated twist. So you're going to take your left foot, bend it in front of you like this, and your right foot's going to come over. Left hand is going to come to the outside of your right knee, and your right hand will come behind you. On your inhales, use this as an opportunity to straighten your back a little bit. And on your exhale, journey a bit deeper into your twist. We'll gently unwind and switch out the legs for the other side. So bring that left foot to the outside of the right knee and thigh. Inhale brings your right hand up and to the outside of that left knee. And exhale brings you into your twist with your left hand behind you. With every inhale, try to gain a little bit more length in the spine. And with every exhale, try to bring yourself a little bit deeper into the twist. And on your next exhale, unravel yourself. This is going to be our last major leg stretch. It's called cow legs or gomukasan legs. This is a really intense outer hip stretch. So it's going to look different on everyone, and that's great. So I want you to bring your left foot or leg in front of you and bent like we did for our twist. But instead of our top foot, this case the right foot, being just up here like this, we're going to gently try to bring it so our knees are in line with each other. If that's not possible, just get as close as you can get with your body today. You want both of your sit bones on the ground. You may need to sit up a little bit in order to get yourself comfortably seated between your feet. And then hands can rest on your ankles or wherever is comfortable. And this may be as far into the pose as you go today. This is, again, a pretty deep stretch. So depending on where you're at in your body, this is a full expression for you. If you feel like you need a little bit more, you can gently tilt yourself forward at the hips, bring your hands in front of you, and lean forward to get a little bit more stretch in that right hip. Make sure you're taking deep breaths, breathing into the hip here. And then wherever you are, bring yourself to sitting upright, unfold, and we're going to move on to the other side. So right foot and leg bent on the floor, left comes over top. Adjust yourself however you need to get comfortable, and then come into the pose. Should we start by sitting up straight? And then if you have space or feel like you need more stretch, you can tilt yourself forward a little bit to intensify. Keep that deep conscious breathing going. And then if you are folded forward a little bit, push yourself back up into an upright position, and let's unravel. So last little beat here. You're bent in front of you, hands behind you. We're just going to windshield wiper the legs after that intense stretch. A little mobility in here, a little massage for the glutes. You're going to want your knees around 90 degrees and your feet at about a 90-degree angle as well. And then once you feel like you've loosened everything up and you're a little bit more mobile after that, we'll come into our comfortable seat once more. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out through the mouth and nose. Take one more breath together. Beautiful. Thank you, STEP community, for practicing with me today and sharing your time. I hope you enjoyed that and can incorporate it into your running and other fitness routines. And I will see you here next time.